somewhere. Anyway, I saw it a few years ago, and actually, we may all have the opportunity to see it again very soon. All good plays, movies, books, novels, songs have a theme and sub-theme. So what I want to do today is talk about some of the themes and sub-themes of this truly great play. The characters we're going to talk about. Elphaba, she became the wicked witch of the West. Well, was she really wicked? Galinda, she became the good witch. But was she really good? And Fiyero, he became the scarecrow. He may have been the smartest man in the room. Besides me, of course. It starts out, Elphaba is born. She's born of adultery, though. And she happens to come out green. Some of us are white. Some of us are black. Some of us are brown. Some of us are green. Does it really matter? The whole point of this sub-theme is what matters on the outside or what's on the inside? Of course, we all try and make the outside look really nice. But what really matters is what's on the inside. Let me tell you a little story how this happened to me. It was really very eye-opening. In May, I was in Europe. I'd never been to Europe. I was far, far away. Very different culture, very different everything, different language. So I was sent out the first day we were there to get a Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola's everywhere, that's universal. So I'm getting the Coca-Cola, I'm standing in line at this convenience store, and I have a tap on my shoulder. I turn around, and there's this fellow with Down syndrome that decides to have a discussion with me in Danish, and then gives me a really big hug. The clerk was kind of like, actually in English, he's fine. He's a regular here, he's harmless. And that really opened my eyes that the outside is not what matters. It's the inside that matters. What a great sub-theme for this play. So if you run into anyone who happens to be white, black, brown, or green, look on the inside, not the outside. One of the second themes is to dance through life. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Be happy.
Be happy. Absolutely. And there's a song, Dancing Through Life, by Fiyero, who becomes the scarecrow. Let's go back a little bit. This play happened before, during, and after Dorothy rocked in. If you remember Dorothy, when she first met the scarecrow in the actual movie, the scarecrow was talking, and she said, "If you don't have a brain, how are you able to talk?" He said, "Well, I know many people without a brain, and they do an awful lot of talking," which reminded me of our current political situation, where you have an R or a D behind your name. But this song, Dancing Through Life, is a great song, but it says, learn to live the unexamined life. What did Socrates say? An unexamined life is not worth living. Yet the theme, or the sub-theme here is, we really can't worry about life too much. Now, I must admit, I don't have a problem with this one. I don't worry. I'm going to get my blood results this afternoon from the doctor, and I'm just not worried about it. Because I figure if there's something really, really bad, she would have called me before and told me about it. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll find out something really terrible is happening, but I'm just not thinking that's going to happen. Besides, we're all going to die one day, bless you. And remember what Jesus said. What did Jesus say, Jeremy, our resident Jewish person? Who by worrying can add a single hour to your life?
Oh, yeah, that, I have no
Of course you knew that. So the second sub-theme is, don't worry. Dance through life. Everything's going to be great. And oftentimes, the person without the brain is the smartest one in the room. But the greatest theme is the one I'm going to talk about right now. And it's this title of this play. I do say so too much. Defying Gravity. This happens just before the intermission. Remember, she's green, and this is when she decides to head west. What she does is she notices she's accepting limits because other people have limits for her to accept. She's chasing love that's not really love. You're putting a very, very high cost on it. And she finally gets fed up and says, no, if everybody thinks I'm evil, I'm easily going to live my own life. And isn't that what life is all about? Just quit accepting limits that are put on you by other people, whether they're, I don't know, parents, friends, whatever it happens to be. I've actually lost friends because of this crazy election. I said, oh, I'm voting this way. Well, I can't vote you. I can't be your friend if you vote that way. And you know what I said? Fine. I said, that's just fine. You know what? You're right. You can't be my friend if you can't be my friend because of this stupid, whatever way I vote. But I'm done accepting limits because somebody else says they're so. So here's what you do. You trust your instincts, you close your eyes, and you leave. And everything's going to be okay. So the three things. What's on the outside is not what counts. It's what's on the inside. The second, don't worry, be happy. If you don't have a brain, you're going to be just fine. And the most important one, don't accept limits because someone else says they're so. Trust your instincts and fly. Oh, one more thing. I have my tickets, and you need to get yours. Wicked is going to be at the Dr. Phil Performing Arts Center in January. The tickets are very costly, but that's okay because you know what? One thing about money, you can't take it with you, and I am going to leave too much for my kids. So me and my friend Sharon are going to go see Wicked, and truly, 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 you should consider seeing it too. It's an awesome play, great music, and super, super lessons. Okay.